My name is Austin O'Sullivan. I'm the founder of the Irish Agricultural Museum, and in the course of the development of the museum we found ourselves establishing a section devoted to the Great Famine, and that opened up a great new area for us, and we set up a rather large famine exhibition, with one of the major features being a reconstruction on a full scale of the common house of the ordinary country people. And these were one-room cabins with quite small space inside, built with mud walls and thatched with straw or some other waterproof material. People lived in quite close proximity to each other because the cabins themselves were quite small, and it wasn't even possible to have a bed in the cabins. That in the daytime the bedding material just had to be put to one side and then laid out on the floor again when family were going to bed. And very often it was a case that there might even be an extra visitor to join, because there were single people or tramp type people going through the countryside, and they needed a place at night time, and they weren't too likely to get it in the big house. They were much more likely to be entertained in the simple cabins of the country people. And these country people, of course, liked often to have these wandering people join them, because this was the source of news and information. Because we have to remember, there was no such thing as newspapers at the time. There was no television, no radio. And so word of mouth was the great way that people learned what was happening in their vicinity. And so we can, in setting up the exhibition, we tried to recreate as far as possible that sort of a scene whereby you could examine the house from the exterior first of all, and then you could go into it and sit down in it and experience the tiny space that was there and the darkness that was there, because there was only one window in that house. And in order to help you as a visitor further, we have an automatic system that starts talking to you and helps to fill out some detail about what you're seeing. You know, the items of furniture, well, the items of furniture practically nil, but the few utensils that people had and what they had in order to keep themselves warm and in order to cook their food. And of course it was amazingly little and quite in total difference to our present day lifestyle. And I'm sure that many people who enter that little cabin get quite a shock if they're of relatively young age